And today we've got some brand high five spanking new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information. And so,
Let's get started.
do you think people should like the video finally?
No.
No, again, you betrayed me again! All right, enough Kid Cactus shenanigans. Let's talk about what's been going on this week in Destiny 2. Well, on the Tuesday weekly reset, the Dawning 2025 went live. And this is far from our first Dawning, but this is the first time that we've had the Dawning since the introduction of the portal, the new event tab layout, all of that stuff. And so if you want to know everything that's going on, including the new most efficient way to farm weapons, in my opinion, definitely check out my Dawning guide linked right up above. But to quickly summarize here, yeah, you're actually getting Dawning engrams and multiple Dawning engrams. So multiple guaranteed Dawning weapons for doing certain highlighted portal activities. And so if you can get efficient with those activities, why not just farm them? Doing so is going to get you the Dawning spirit and the ingredients you need to make cookies. In years past, you are just farming those ingredients and trying your best to shove enough Galardoodles down Zavala's throat to maybe get a couple of gifts in return. It was nowhere near guaranteed. I mean, how many of you guys watching gave Zavala like hundreds of Galardoodles and you got, just a few gifts in return? It didn't seem like a lot. And so now, again, the way you can get these Dawning weapons seem to be much more numerous. I am flooded with Dawning weapons. And some of these Dawning weapons are actually pretty good, especially that grenade launcher is crazy with certain builds. Guys, if you want to see all of the different Dawning weapon god rolls, definitely check out my video linked right up above. Now, with that being said, there is a bit of a controversy going on right now with the Dawning, and that is the fact that there are no Dawning bounties. Now, this is just frankly because Bungie is moving to remove bounties overall within the game. Like, a lot of the vendors had their bounties taken away. Like, the bounty system has kind of been replaced just this season with the order system. So why is this a problem? Well, the bounties in previous years from the Dawning would give you bright dust. And so it was actually one of the best bright dust farms in the game. And so to be missing that this year definitely does suck. Honestly, I think Bungie just completely overlooked it. They're like, oh, of course we're not doing bounties. We're doing the order system now. And so I hope that they actually maybe listen to the community and offer like a big gift of bright dust, roughly equivalent to what you could get if you were farming bright dust in years past. So that's the situation. Now, there was one more thing that happened since the last weekly update. Kind of a big deal. Maybe should have led with this. It was the release of the brand new Equilibrium dungeon. Now, importantly, this dungeon is included in the cost of Renegades. There is no more dungeon keys. Thank goodness. That was definitely one of the more confusing things, especially if you're a new player trying to get access to a dungeon. Like, wait a minute, it doesn't come with the DLC. It's its own separate thing, and it includes 2 dungeons, and I don't get to pick which one I want. So I'm glad that's over. Now, if you haven't done this dungeon, definitely check out my complete Equilibrium dungeon guide. The weapons from this dungeon are actually insane, and that's because a lot of them are blasters. They're heat weapons, and the heat weapons, I mean, they're just straight up better than legendary weapons, right? They're legendary weapons that basically have built-in reload perks in terms of the perfect reloads. The dynamic heat weapons just straight up do like 60% more damage. There's a dynamic heat snipe rifle that will blow your mind from the dungeon. Guys, check out my video on those dungeon weapons linked right up above. But definitely, I've been grinding a lot of the dungeon to get those weapons. But let's move on from there to the brand new information within the TWID. And guys, this is the final TWID of 2025. So, with that being said, the Destiny 2 community team has a message. They say, first and foremost, we'd like to take a moment to thank every single one of you. To thank you for your time, your voices, your posts, your comments, your videos, and just the crazy amounts of passion you have for our games. Bungie wouldn't be what it is without its community, and 2025 yet again proved this to be true. We hope the year has treated you well, and hope you all have the time to rest as we head into the end of the year. The last 2 weeks of Renegades have been a blast, seeing stories of which Praxic Blade color Guardians started with, or which blaster has been their favorite to master so far in the Lawless Frontier has been a thrill for us. With the Equilibrium Dungeon conquered by Team Tommy, we now come to the end of our launch phase. With the start of the dawning this week, we're looking forward to taking our collective foot off the gas pedal just a little for the holiday period. Still, we have much more work ahead of us. The blog will be entering a form of stasis for a few weeks, but many of us will be working through the winter break to solidify our 2026 plans and beyond. Stay tuned. All right, so first of all, there's a congratulations to the Equilibrium Dungeon Race winners, Mario, Monkey, and Luigi Style and Biggs. And you have some back-to-back world's first dungeon winners on that team. Like, that is crazy, incredibly talented players. Now, Bungie says, to those of you who partook in the contest mode dungeon over the weekend, you rock. It's a tough challenge, so no matter if you completed the ordeal or not, feel proud of yourself. Now, it's time to focus on completing a few runs so you can get the Taken Crystal for your fancy Praxic Blade, and on completing the mission that Anor gave you, you can unlock gear focusing. Yes, that is actually a huge deal, guys. The dungeon quest culminates in not only unlocking every single Praxic Blade part associated with the dungeon, including a brand new catalyst, but also lets you focus what particular weapon or armor piece you want when going through the dungeon. If you haven't done that, put that on the top of your priority list. I have a complete guide on how to do that. A full quest, there's a lot of secrets to uncover and stuff. Definitely check that out, linked right up above. Now, moving on from there, Bungie has a dawning fashion situation going on. So they say it's once again time of the year to dress up as something very cool, and we give you an emblem for your effort. So you can see all the information right here. We're going to have the picks by January 8th, and you again can win this elusive emblem. But they also say they have some dawning creations. They say fashion is not enough for us. The same way that you will be baking cookies in Destiny 2, how about you cook something in real life too? Cookies, snaps, shortbread, tarts, snickerdoodles, whatever you feel adds some sweetness to life. The rules for this one are also very simple. So they say, bake us some cookies or dessert inspired by the dawning, take a picture with the hashtag DawningCreation2025, and you can win another, I think a brand new, extremely elusive emblem right here, guys. And also, these came out of nowhere, guys, but there are new Twitch drops for the dawning. So if you watch anyone who has drops enabled streaming Destiny 2 for 30 minutes, you get the Moment Forever emblem, as you can see right here. And if you subscribe or gift a sub, you get the Awake at Night emblem, as you can see right here. Obviously, your boy is going to have drops on, and I'm going to be streaming basically at the same time you hear this, you see this video. I'm going to be live on Twitch streaming, and that's partially because the Oath of Renegades wraps up today. That's right, guys. There is a special event called the Oath of Renegades. You head to oathofrenegades.com, sign up for your favorite syndicate. Do you rep the Tharsis Reformation, the Pikers, or the Superior Space Rhino Chads, the Totality Division? I don't think you can tell which one I'm aligned with, but then you can actually pick whatever creator you want as your lieutenant. So I'm a lieutenant in the Totality Division, and you can compete on the website. It'll show you these tasks. You can do these tasks to get points for your syndicate. And initially, Bungie actually said that there was no in-game reward, but they've actually pivoted, and last minute they have released this. That's right, the winning syndicate will unlock an emblem for the entire Destiny 2 community. So that means that this emblem right now where the Vanguard symbol is, that's going to be replaced with whatever syndicate wins their symbol, and everyone is going to get that emblem with the winning syndicate's symbol. So that's awesome. I wish they would have had this in place at the start, because a lot of people heard there was going to be no in-game reward and then just didn't care about this like Oath of Renegades thing. So now that there's going to be an in-game reward, I bet you're going to have more people actually care. Now, moving on from there, guys, we also have a Bungie Foundation end of year update. So we can see all of the things the Bungie Foundation was able to achieve, supported 23 Little Lights partners across the world, providing entertainment to tens of thousands of kids facing their toughest days at children's hospitals, 47 Make-A-Wish requests, and all that other stuff right here, guys. So fantastic work by the Bungie Foundation. After that, guys, we do have one last Bungie bounty for good in 2025. You can see the information right here, guys. And if you're able to match that team, beat that team, you're going to get this particular emblem. Now, after that, guys, we have on to 2026. They say 2025 might be wrapping up, but we've got our eyes up and focus on what's next. We'll see you in January for Game to Give 2026. The action kicks off on January 12th, and you can see the information, the image, the promotional image right here, guys. Now, moving on from there, we have a dawning sale on the Bungie store. You can see the information right here. There's an emblem associated with that sale, so definitely check that out if you're interested. Moving on from there, they say new lights and more in the new player guide. They're adding more chapters to their new player guide available on the website. Good to see. We need a remade new player experience in game, but hey, it's better than nothing. Now, after that, guys, we have some community team updates. And specifically, they say the Destiny 2 community team has recently grown a bit, and they're kind of introducing a lot of their new community team and linking to where you may find them, what they do. So you have Evan Bergman, the Destiny Global Community Lead right here. Then you have Frog on a Float, Destiny Senior Community Manager. Then you have Bruno, BR1, Toledano, the Destiny Senior Community Manager. You have Mitch Alpiner, social media manager for Destiny. If you want to know why the Destiny official accounts have been memeing a lot more lately, it's because of Mitch. Then you have Eduardo, the senior technical community manager, and you have Connor Powell, the technical community coordinator. And then you have, they say, Cosmo, who just says, get out of my office, and DMG, who just says, bread. We know those two guys. Guys, the last thing we're going to end on here is the known issues list. So I'm just going to show it on screen. You can pause and read if you need to. If you're having issues with, the Lawless Frontier, Equilibrium Dungeon, the Dawning, etc., these are the issues that Bungie is aware of, and hopefully they will fix soon. And so, guys, we're finally actually going to end here with the last paragraph, the farewell 2025, greetings 2026, with Bungie saying, what a year it's been. We've been through many changes with the launch of the Edge of Fate, and even more recently with Renegades. And we are incredibly excited to jump into next year. We couldn't do it without you. We know we say this all the time, but it's because it's true. Your support is invaluable, and your feedback helps us focus on what truly matters. Please keep it coming in 2026. Before we close here, we want to remind one last time that we are entering a quiet few weeks from Bungie. While our operations center will stay working, and we will have comms if some issues arise during the dawning, we won't have another TWID until January 8th, and our social media presence will be reduced. We wish you all a fantastic time during the holiday season. No matter how you choose to celebrate, go for long walks, cook some fancy food, spend some quality time with your loved ones, enjoy a hot drink if it's cold outside, or something on the rocks if it's warm, and find time to read a book, watch cozy films, and play cool games. Thank you for being guardians. So there you go, guys. That's going to wrap up the final TWID of 2025. And so, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.